the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Emamo akwa baby mba Nsem-Pii TV so. Election 2024 yenyinanim aka 5 months pe na Ghana yakoto abayi oman penifufro. You heard the two major political parties now are NPP, the governing party, and NDC, so the top opposition party. In the campaign, the asheso no campaign mudin cause December 7 general election. NPP said the Oman party breaking the 8 Dr. Bawumia our O2 Frank Kama party say possible ama NPP Ana NDC so say almost mantra say the second coming of James John Dramani Mahama so possible ma omona now Saturday train in the course or Tamale Jubilee Park abroad the National Democratic Congress NDC at the 2024 campaign launch share so na nipa ebase de na nam so na ene Omahene kwabna asantini obi edi Nsem-Pii na to gracia hey Dr. Bawumia rally bi ana campaign bi northern part of Ghana nipa doma ebase nanum NDC so campaign launch no so a doma ebase ne kwaya kamya say tamale ho de December 7 general election and northern region the December 7 general election no ebeyedwi na ebeye decide pa na Omahene edi Nsem-Pii na to OB-NDC say NDC no campaign ewo omo stronghold tamale na nipa say abasia and make any impact bia say nipa one and nipa ba kokura ba asia eno kura ehu say nipa don say ba say de omo na NDC no pese omo ba abamu bi ma omo hwesi bia omo besi bi akasa no munja say omo tackle ana corruption abaya the governing party say ana Dr. Bawumia say omuntu omo policy 24-hour economy no ho anamo no more spreading na ento Ghana for asum and December 7 general election do so yakoto abom na ha no man ko say ana obi kura so de nsem etudwa say kamera say NDC no ensema ombeto abontin bia say aban no say ana aban no say ana Dr. Bawumia nka no kore ana Dr. Bawumia say nam so kra the national chairman Johnson Asedun Ketia sebio or the nsebi kra beto bia say Dr. Bawumia Jimmy for any de care kan or because of debater Dr. Bawumia ekole Nsem-Pii na Omahene kwamna sante ene obi editu dwa efa NDC no campaign launch course or tamal na yenko ti enkomotwe nyina emra
8th year no corruption is a major issue opposition party against the power.
They did well. Those who are comparing crowds me I don't believe in crowds say Bawumia ko jina no tani pa ba ko na switch and say any pa ma was John Dramani Mahama His Excellency and this the vice president too omo joining the power 1 crowd and 100 million I mean we've seen this before in about the politics they hear me say asem na omo beka amana to enipa asum the voter and the beauty of these two political parties today and they say Obia timid in the mission we talk about the big push, we talk about apprenticeship for apprenticeship scheme, we talk about the big push, we talk about 24 somebody talks about AI, somebody talks about digitalization, somebody talks about kind of infrastructure and all those communities and opportunity for the youth as well. It is same year they call ya tia good mountain so as party followers and sympathizers and observers say monko kan Nsem-Pii che Ghana for say me Dr. Bawumia be say me trust say me gidi say we are seeing a free normal life so called abnormal life even the way be digitalization and as be artificial intelligence me John Dramani Mahama me so ma juni say mabuni ye juma and say record that eba adwuma ene adansi e debu abone school na so far me ba mo model ntimo so mo hwe so these are the conversations that we definitely need to have as we count down to the election
and I think one observation for me was that I think the speakers were too many looking at the time I know more for the whole lunch the speakers were a bit to especially so when theme and I run it through me in our speech no was one almost the same because messaging, you know, corruption, we have to reset this thievery, and it was the same thing running through all the statement. They could have limited the number of speakers
to clear certain perceptions.
No, yes, also information overload. In Ruben say, no. So Mekasa and then jump at you in all the statements I would say. I'm sure
politically, they also send a certain signal both to the NPP and to certain people who have certain doubts.
Yeah.
Only having a cry. Problem.
Yeah. No, Haruna, they won't make us a woman in Casa. He would have spoken. But there are other speakers.
Perception so a boy.
Yeah.
Because nobody will really amount for 3 months. What I say. Yeah. I will. And then again,
I think what was good, really, the introduction of encophobia na omunye endorsement, where they were not known to be typical politicians, but for this campaign, if you look at Shamima Muslim, Oshe KOD, I thought those were bold endorsements. I bet me I drive it. Our own campaign of the youth. Okay, Jack.
You know,
I'm not too sure about musicians. No, say the mere fact of Obama to platform not no. Or that means or endorse it party now.
No, not all the time. But if you grant interview and I say, okay, so that it means that you are with them.
Okay.
I have known him say maybe our sympathies because
okay.
I know the meaning normal can was but I shouldn't say make one the person caution me and say Obia ho kwan.
Oh sure.
So ultimately Obia ho kwan. The especially the persons of good
intention
of sound mind.
Okay.
Obia shall say kona ko chinchin ko dina assume na change no akọ because what we team cassette obi no what cassette Kempaluta what cassette KOD no what's the problem you think everybody can be NDC or no today you are with NDC me I believe in a different political party today you are with MPP I also have a different political party they hear pan say yen nyina e betim di no kredie aye juma say ene which man can pay say dollar no baby ejina no aya akonti obia atwefa ne bo to the extent that agadifuo kokura no so kura no e kasa bawe obetuma kasi pay say ka free SHS no bia mfa bibia no for under na do danko kufuado no watch and your experience free SHS say necessary share say dem come so that you don't spend time to
obfuscate the issues.
When we start
say you need pay Anthony Nipo no. Massa, what is this talk about Haruna? We planned our program itinerary. Honorable Haruna Idrisu was billed to speak and introduce the flag bearer. What is wrong with that? Anthony Nipo, who has said it was wrong?
Oh, trying to know my JBR. Say banker to banker na Sane.
It was wrong. We even commend
banker to banker.
The father Haruna
regulate the human phone.
Yes.
Also can use to the JBR no number. Or the response
nobody says Haruna speaking was wrong. What I said, I thought the number of speakers were a bit too
and I also
many.
said that to clear certain perceptions,
sure.
It's good politically.
Yes.
So I said, politically.
Yes.
So, because a bit me picture Koraba also it's a former president also so sometimes with perception just take it off. So I said a blow can be brave. So
Brian Brabin said OB-KOD and Shamima Muslim have been NDC members for decades. Kindly take notes. I don't know that.
I've worked with KOD.
Yes.
Radio Gold.
Yes.
So I said,
yes.
Yes. You know Radio Gold. You know I know him.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah.
He's not taking such a bold step before. So I said, and MPP his close relationship with Asante Media too.
Okay.
The executive secretary.
Yeah.
Those times they were about 5 guys always in a move. Ono Niama Asante Media to executive secretary. Now,
now ambassador at large.
You know, and some other noticeable MPP. So I said, we are close guys. So I said, and that endorsement.
Yeah.
So this is the first time in his life political endorsement for a party.
And I think same for and unlike I would agree, unlike Shamima who has now been drafted into
because
NDC communications team. We all of course.
We need to be fair.
Of course.
To them. Yeah.
Of course. But I think it's a good move. I mean, I want to believe, sir, Obia taking that position with a very good intent. The ultimate aim is to make sure our country develops. And we are here. We'll do our best to also hold them in check and make sure, sir.
When's the due declare?
Also, obey endorsement.
Endorsement Wednesday.
And not bad, because this is at least we almost get at least 4 people on the ballot.
Yeah.
And from now we know so for Bawumia, Mahama, Alan Cheddar. I don't know, but I'm not the CPP for us. Endorsement. Yeah, endorsement. They say in your bad.
Okay.
You can endorse.
You represent me endorse.
Say. But quickly, let me run through a quick statement. Then I pick your thoughts on that. Yes.
My release will show up. Just a minute. Recruitment of nurses and midwives.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah. I think it's official.
The Ministry of Health wishes to inform the general public. Is it official?
Yeah, it is.
The general public that the Ministry of Finance has issued financial clearance to 15,200 nurses and midwives. Wow.
15,000?
Yeah. Wow. Dr. Okono will confirm if that is the case. Yeah.
15,000. Wow, that's huge. That's really huge. And let's see how it goes.
Okay, so Kwakwati then.
Kwakwati is desire. Okay, I say Ghana's Fourth Republic has given 8 years to ruling parties, not more. Beyond the loyalist of the various political parties, voters believe that when one political party governs for some time, they must leave for another political party to come. That voter belief is coming from something we hear all the time. Quote, all politicians are the same. Let one go and let another come, unquote. We MPP are looking to break the 8. It is an expectation coming at a time when hostile external factors have imposed considerable hardship on the average Ghanaian voter. But it is not just external factors that threaten our chances of electoral victory. The economic problems Ghana is facing today at both the national level and in households are also the cumulative effect of many decades spanning different government of the bad politics and economic mismanagement that have characterized the governance of our country. Since independence, we have survived by constantly overspending our means and borrowing to finance the overspending, and many of these expenditures are just bad prioritization. We always offer higher interest to lenders, borrow more, use a part to repay previous debt, and the rest to pay for the current year's overspending. So we have been running our country's economy like a Ponzi scheme. The economy is struggling today because lenders are now refusing to lend to us. It is just like a Ponzi scheme going into crisis once people stop depositing their monies with them. Many Ghanaians, myself included, worry that if we continue along the path we have been walking, our democracy will collapse, and with it, all our political parties. To save our country from this looming danger, the political class must acknowledge this reality and change behavior, and we don't have time. Since independence, the political norm has been that a political party going into an election must sing praises of its past achievement and make high-sounding promises for the future. At the same time, a political party must paint its opponent in the worst possible light. We have mastered this art, and in the process we've forgotten that politics should be about the future of our children in our motherland. We have reduced election campaigns to bitter struggles between competitors seeking power for the wrong reasons. It is this primitive political culture that has led to the belief that all politicians are the same and produced the 8-year cycle we are seeking to break. To break the 8th, therefore, we must first break that norm by doing the following. Acknowledge the past and present failures of the political class to provide the kind of quality leadership required to avert the mess in which we find our country today. Adopt deep and far-reaching reforms to address the decades of bad politics and economic mismanagement. We must convince voters that we shall be ruthless in our determination to fix this country, that we shall stay the course no matter the challenges, and that there shall be no sacred cows. We must lead by example. As a precondition for any reforms, we must demonstrate the sacrifices we shall make as politicians to convince our people that we are in this together. We must address concerns about how much of our national resources we spend on ourselves as politicians and take steps to overhaul the corrupt public procurement regime we inherited from the previous government and we continued to live and have continued to live with. Once we lead by example, we can say with integrity to our people that we are sinking in a common boat and call all Ghanaians on to duty. As a political party, if we sincerely believe and can demonstrate our faithfulness to these commitments, breaking the 8 will follow naturally. Thank you. Kweku Kwating, a former Deputy Finance Minister, Member of Parliament, Obuasi West constituency.
Well, Obi, na Mendanasi for such a wonderful write-up and observation.
FM.
And the premise original so the D sir
Yes.
A Ghana conversation. Even though at certain points you can reduce it to the administration that he finds themselves in. Because it doesn't come easy for a sitting member of parliament.
Yes.
Say obey observations are it doesn't matter how truthful, honest, you know, you want to be, how wakoma show about how Ghana is economic.
Yes.
You know, when your government is in power. So generalizing the question with the Ghana and still the party from number 2 to go about kesi.
Sure.
And Obi, I answer you the Ghana na ye chichiri no.
And there are issues we all know about.
Yes, Ghana na it because I am in person.
Yeah.
We may take advantage of some of these comments. It's not true. Some young United MPP, NDC, journalists, traders, some young United. So also you crowd.
Sure.
So until there's a renewal of Yadjun and you soon hear by now. You may hear leaders because we will always compromise because we benefit from those actions.
Yes.
So so Krana. Sorry, and there's nothing wrong with say why you're conscious of a certain environment and you feel that the generation after us no say why you know how Ghana to me you know who yes Ghana kotokwa and I told you that when I listened to you Francis Boku former national secretary I said if we don't change our ways come 2025 if we don't a man will smell something that is not pleasant. We need to change our ways.
FM.
So we cannot, and we are such to say this, we cannot continuously do the same old things.
And expect different results.
It's not,
That be.
Only person who for ban. Only one is going to afford through the system. I could do open will be I could upon a bonus. Now, only upon the bit my you have to go through. If you want to be a successful country, there are certain things you need to depict.
Sure.
How you restrict on spending, how you look at the welfare of your people, how you make sure say importations are limited, not exports are more. How you are disciplined when it comes to money. A whole lot of factors. How more can be forming in we set a certain example. I'm a year you make me do so. Hi, local assemblies, I so powerful say so be